Hello, this is Craig from Bitzbox.co.uk. In this video I'm going to show you how I converted the Typhus miniature to give him a bit of a better pose. I'm not really much of a fan of the new Typhus miniature, and it is just only really his pose that lets him down. I'm not a really big fan of how he's holding his Man Reaper and that, so in this video I've sort of converted him up to be holding it in two hands, similar to the old classic Typhus miniature. So this is the start of a little sort of series of conversion videos. So if you guys have any sort of suggestions for what else you'd like to see me convert, then please definitely leave a comment below, because that'd be really amazing to do some stuff that you guys have suggested. I have a few ideas, but not too many, but I certainly want to start doing some conversion videos quite regularly. I mean, after all, we are a bits site, and most people convert using our service, so it'd be nice to give people some ideas and stuff like that. But before I begin, just a little sad note. One of our patrons, Joseph, I think it's Auditor or Auditor. I'm sorry that I can't pronounce your surname correctly, but sadly he's passed away. That's really sad news. He's been a great patron to us, and one of the first patrons we've had actually. So he's a really good supporter of the channel. So it's very sad news. So I just want to dedicate this video to Joseph, because I know he's a big fan of Typhus. So yeah, that's a really sad note to start on, but I hope this video is good. It's a good one to dedicate to him. So yeah, I recorded the video what you're now about to see before I heard about the news. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy it, and enjoy. Okay, so this is the Typhus miniature, and I'm sure most of you are aware. And yeah, I really don't like his pose. I don't like him holding aloft his Man Reaper like that, and the hand looks really goofy, I think. Yeah, the rest of the miniature I think is gorgeous. I love the details on him, and nurglings and stuff. Not a massive fan of all the smoke and the flies from the Destroyer Hive. I may leave them off. Yeah, I've got the option to leave them off. It's just more shit to paint, isn't it? So may leave them off. But I really love the pose of the older Typhus, or the previous incarnation, where he had the Man Reaper in two hands. So in this video we're going to try and achieve that, and I'll show you how I achieve that. It could go horribly wrong, but we shall see. First things first though, we are going to start building Typhus. I have the sprues over here. Now the plan is, see his body front there, we're going to lop this bit off there, chop that bit off, chop that arm off too, and we're essentially just going to build him without any arms. We'll probably keep this little shoulder pad thing on, and we'll probably have to come up with a replacement for this one. He has these little shoulder pads that go underneath his main shoulder pad, so I think it's like, is it the Cataphractii armour? I think that's the type of armour he wears. He comes on a 50mm base as well. So, let's get building. I've got the instructions over here. So yeah, I'll probably speed this little section up, so enjoy. Okay, so I've essentially just cut off the pieces we're going to start working with. Cleaned them up a little. So he's got a couple of pieces to his face, so I'm going to start just by gluing that piece on, so when that's drying that we can just concentrate on other areas. The glue's coming out a bit too much there. Let me go over there. So yeah, interestingly he has like two pieces to his face. So there is Typhus's head. I don't know how well the camera's focusing on that, but that's his head. We can put that to one side. So yeah, we really need to concentrate on just trimming these arms. I've got the Citadel saw, the old one, so I think that might be better than using the clippers. So we're going to run the saw along this bit here, I think. Actually, no, we might keep that for now, actually, that bit. Because we might actually get away with keeping that on. I'm not 100%, I don't know, looking at it, I'm not 100% confident. So actually, no, we are going to cut this bit off. Because we can always glue it back on if we get a nice clean cut with this. You're not going to see a lot of this shoulder pad, so we could get away with not actually... we could still use it, but we might get away with not using it. And that gives us a nice clean cut, which is nice. That's exactly what we want. It's going to be a bit trickier on this side, but wish me luck. It's really a case of I'm wondering whether we should just trim this piece of arm back. So we don't need this arm at all, so we can really just have at it. So I'm going to cut. Maybe you guys can see on camera okay. I'm going to slice this bit off. Obviously if all this goes wrong, then I'm down a Typhus miniature. See, when you clip with that sometimes pushes into the plastic. So I think, again, our trusty hobby saw is going to be the way forward here. And I'll come at it this way. Of course, if you do this at home, watch your fingers. Not that this thing's like gonna do much, but still. Yeah, so that's given us a really nice clean cut, and so we'll stick his head in and stick that on. We're gonna see, we should be able to keep this bit, but we're gonna chop this arm off next. Again, it might be tricky to keep, but get a nice clean cut without having to go at the arm, so I'm gonna try. I'd like to keep this bit intact really. Maybe we'll do sections. We'll chop this bit off. And then we'll just sort of work our way gradually. I think. I don't know, maybe if we chop like this, maybe just this side of it, and then might have to just clean up. Yeah, it's a bit awkward, but once we get going, we'll soon get through the plastic. So yeah, we're pretty much through. Again, I think it's going to leave a nice cut. Yeah, if you don't have one of these hobby saws, I do recommend them. If you want some nice clean cuts, because essentially the clippers push plastic and bend plastic, and yeah, it doesn't always leave a nice finish. Something like this, certainly. So yeah, and that's a slight overlap there, but we can cover that up. So that looks pretty cool. Now I think the head has to go in from the back, which is quite annoying. I would quite like to reposition the head, but it's going to be a bit tricky to get that right without the arms on. However, I think, yeah, if we have the head facing the other way, I think that's going to look better. I don't want him looking up there, because he's not nothing to look up at now, so yeah, we'll glue the head in that way. So I'm going to get these bits glued together, and I'll get the legs glued on, and I'll stick them on his base, and that just gives us something to work with. So yeah, once again, I'll do all that and probably speed up this section of the video. We have a lot of plastic dust about everywhere. So let's get gluing. Okay, so you might have seen I had a little bit of trouble getting that leg on there, and I forgot that he's actually on a bit of terrain, which I've now glued to a base, so we'll just get him glued up onto this base, and I'll give him some time to dry, and then we can concentrate on putting the arms on. So, I'll be back very soon. Okay, so I have him here, all glued and ready to go. You'll see there's a bit of blue tack stuck to him now. I've been dry fitting some bits on. Originally, I was going to use this Man Reaper and have him holding it that way, but after sort of dry fitting it together, I didn't really like how it looked, so I'm going to have it this way instead, which is a bit more trickier, unfortunately, but we'll give it a go. These Man Reapers are from the Death Shroud Terminator set. You can of course buy bits from Bitzbox, and yeah, I know if they're in stock. And yeah, because the Man Reaper facing down. Now you may wish to have your Man Reaper facing down if you want to convert your Typhus this way. You can essentially stick that arm there like that, and then you can just find something to use as an arm on the other side. I actually managed to use his original arm we cut off, just chopped down a little bit to fit, and I mean, I got the blue tack still on it. That essentially sort of looks like that, with if you just picture the other arm there. There's more blue tack just to dry fit that, and it looked okay. It looked okay. It fits really well, and it's quite simple to do, and then you can just simply stick the rest of Typhus together. So yeah, you see, I'll show you better on camera. You can have him holding it down like that, and that's pretty cool. But I just think having a Man Reaper that way just sort of suits the pose a little better. So that's what we're going to try and do. Now we might actually be able just to keep that arm there. We have a little hand. Oh, we have a little handle to run away that we can attach to it. That's what I want to do, and then maybe even keep this arm and just replace the hand. So essentially we're just replacing some hands because they line up really well, so it's not going to be that more difficult. It's just a case of replacing the hands. Now I know you've got like this armor piece here, and we're going to have to flip that around like that as well, so we have to get our saw to chop this arm. So yeah, that's what we're going to start by doing, I think. So, and again, it's always worth dry fitting stuff when you do things like this, because you don't want to glue it all up and then you don't like it. So yeah, I'm essentially just going to try and get a nice clean cut on this arm, so we can just rotate this piece of the arm. And yeah, these little bits are quite fiddly to cut with the saw, so just take your time and be gentle with it. Of course, any gaps and stuff we have, we can later fill with green stuff. A lot of these arms you're not going to see once the shoulder pads are on. Really, with the other arm that's dry fitted, I could actually glue that in place. I think that'll be fine where it is. So what I'm going to do is, once this is chopped off, I'm going to glue this arm the way round I want it. Glue that arm in place, and then I'll be back and show you where we are with that. Okay, so this arm is on here now, and I hope it's not too much of a goofy position. It's a little bit strange, but it should be okay. This other arm, as you can see, I've chopped into 2 pieces. I've actually chopped off the hand and also sort of scooped out this little bit here, so that gives a nice groove. I've also just chopped a little bit on here, so that'll fit nicely on there like so. So first thing I'm going to do is actually glue that in place. Again, it's going to be a case of dry fitting these arms together, just to make sure everything lines up before we do a final gluing on them. A few what's taking place. So we'll move that to one side, and over here we need to work on this hand here. So this hand just needs to go in there, so we'll try not to knock the camera over, and we shall just chop this hand off here. Now we've got to obviously be mindful of this bit, but we'll just chop the whole lot off first. So just do a big cut on there. We're not going to worry with the saw, because we're just going to trim this down. So trim off all these little bits here. Now this little bit what goes over, we can trim that off. I'm sorry if it's really hard to see on camera. I'm trying my best. So yeah, and then that bit can sort of slot in there like so. Now it's a bit messy on top, so we can just get our file and we can neaten that up. Oh no, that's not the right way, is it? I need to go that way up. Sorry. So that was clever of me. I'll stick a little bit of blue tack or green stuff in there. But we do need to neaten up this top of this hand. We still needed to cut that bit off, so phew, that's okay. Because that bit was a bit of the old armour plate, which we don't want to see, but we will see the top of this hand, so we do need to file that down nice and smooth. Like so. And of course you can always put some green stuff on top to make it a bit thicker, because it'll probably need to be a bit thicker, but for now I'm just going to stick blue tack in all the gaps. As we're just going to dry fit all this for now. So that'll essentially go in like that. We'll have the Man Reaper like this, okay, you don't want to stay in. And then somehow we're going to attach that to this. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of wiggling about. The angle might have to change there, we might have to green stuff something maybe. We need it more like that really. So we may have to build up. Okay, that was dry fitting a lot better than originally. We could build up a bit in there. So yeah, I'm going to work that all out off camera. I don't know if my hands are in the way of any of that, so I apologise. But yeah, essentially we're like this at the moment. So we may just have to build in the top of it. We could just use another piece actually. We're not going to see a lot of that. So if we just grabbed another Terminator arm or something, that would probably suffice. So yeah, I'm going to have a play around with that and see what I can come up with, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay guys, as you can see, he's now got a two-handed Man Reaper. And yeah, it's been fun. Let's just pick him up. It's still drying. As you can see, that left arm is quite interesting. We have these big shoulder pads here, and they will cover up a lot of the mess under there. But yeah, I've played around with several, well, not several different options actually. I sort of stumbled upon it quite quickly. So I glued the Man Reaper just on the hand, and then we had that other hand, of course. And then what I've done is I've sort of super glued it onto the chest as well, so that was sort of hovering in place, and we just had this gap to fill here. So this bit here in the middle is actually the arm what was originally there. Yeah, I think that's his original arm. And I've turned it around so we can see these little armor plates. So if I show you on the box, it's actually this bit here. You see that? Hopefully you can see it on the camera. So that bit is that bit. And that just left us with a little shoulder join, which I've just taken from a Space Marine Terminator. You could literally take it from any Space Marine Terminator. Any left arm, doesn't matter what's attached to it, does it? You just need that top bit. Or you could even just do green stuff. You're not really going to see it, because once these shoulder pads are on, that will cover that up, look. So you're not going to see a great deal of that shoulder. So yeah, that's how I've done it. So I'm just going to let that fully dry, and then, so that's nice and solid. And when I come back, we'll attach the other bits. I'm going to get them cut up now off camera, and then we'll do the final assembly of our Typhus. I'll start throwing them around. Okay, so there's only really a couple of pieces that I'm going to put on. I don't think I'm going to bother with all the flies and stuff like that. I think they all just come out of the Destroyer Hive. Even if I am going to have them on the miniature, I'd probably want to keep them all separate, just to make it easier to paint. So we've only got these two bits to put on, and we'll start with shoulder pads. Now originally I was going to have some little shoulder pads underneath, similar to on the box. You can see on the box, but I'm not really sure if we've got room. So I'm not going to bother. I don't think it's really going to make much difference. You've got a bit of one on this side anyway. As you can see, there's just a bit of blue tack sticking out there where I'd fill in the gap. I'm going to cut that out with a knife and just replace it with green stuff if need be. But I'm going to do all that off cam later on, because that's just nothing we really need to worry about in this video. So yeah, shoulder pads fit on really nicely actually. They fit really, really good, and I've just left a big gap for the Destroyer Hive, which I assume goes in that way. And I'll double check in the little instruction booklet. We've got a nice full colour instruction booklet, as a lot of the newer stuff seems to have these days, which is really nice. Kudos to GW for that. It's literally just right there. Yeah, I think that's the right way. Certainly not going to fit the other way, surely. No, so that's going to go in like that. It seems to be a little bit of gap at the top, I don't know why. I think we just need to push it in a bit more. So that's going to wedge in quite nicely, but we'll stick some glue in anyway. And just like that, we have a converted Typhus miniature. Now, I won't have them painted by the time this video goes out, but if I do, I'll show them off at the end of the video. But if you don't see a painted Typhus at the end of this video, then just assume that I haven't got around to it. But I'll at least get him primed and ready to go. But yeah, that's a lot better. Let's compare side by side. At least in my opinion, that's better. You guys might not think it's better, yeah, it feels more like the Typhus of old. I just don't like that pose. I really don't like it. If we can ignore the bit of blue tack sticking out on his arm, then yeah. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this conversion came out. So essentially all you need is a Man Reaper from the Death Shroud Terminator's kit. You could do it with Typhus's Man Reaper, and just make some arms, maybe have another arm attached there, cut a bit out. You could certainly do it like that. But yeah, there's not much more to it. I've literally just used a little bit of a Terminator's arm and a Man Reaper from the set. I did have to use one arm from this Man Reaper and then use the other Man Reaper, so that could be a bit of a pain for some of you guys, but I'm sure you could find a way around it. All you need is just a different arm on this side. So So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm still quite surprised at how sort of much bigger this Man Reaper was than his one. Like, this is one of the ones from the Death Shroud. It seems to be bigger than his one, and that one I think slightly bigger, quite similar actually. They're actually almost identical. So yeah, I'm not going to babble on any longer. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and do more of these. I don't know why it never sort of came to me sooner to do sort of more conversion videos. After all, we are a bit supplier. We do sell bits, and I should imagine 99.9% of our bits are used on conversions. So we should maybe have more conversions on the channel. And that sort of just segues into the next thing I want to talk about, which is yeah, if you have any suggestions for what you'd like to see converted up, then please leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to try and convert something up like that. I'll probably do some more Blendjitsu stuff conversion wise. And yeah, just let me know what you think of the video, whether you've enjoyed watching it, whether you like Typhus, if you have any suggestions how it could be improved. And yeah, if you want to see more of these types of videos, then definitely please let me know, because I'm probably going to do a few regardless, but it'd be nice to know if people actually really enjoyed them, because then I'll maybe try and do even more and come up with some more ideas. But yeah, it's been really fun to do, and I'm really happy with how Typhus has turned out, and I look forward to painting him. So all that's left to say is thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.